Hello and welcome to There's a Car, but hey, Dudes Talk Cinema, we're here to watch a film, Thwip, Spider-Man, brand new day.
Hello.
That's Ollie. That's a new fella.
I'm a new fella.
And I'm Dusty. I probably am a lot dusty, but hey, hi. Before thoughts, let's go.
Hello, Ollie. Before thoughts on, well, I say before thoughts on Brand New Day. I'm going to quickly give you my history on Spider-Man. One of my favourite superheroes of all time. Probably my favourite Marvel hero, but one of my favourites. Period. But
Don't say
full stop. Full stop. Not American. Americans are stupid. Anyway, so I actually rewatched all the Spider-Man films coming up to this one because I wanted to refresh my thoughts and everything. The Tobey Maguire trilogy, obviously, a lot of people say that's their favourite. These guys dancing like Buddy Maguire. So obviously, the first Spider-Man is obviously iconic. It's kind of what solidified early 2000s superhero films. Second one, obviously regarded as the best, maybe, as most people say, but I won't say yet because I'm going to do a ranking video of all the Spider-Man films. And then the infamous Spider-Man 3. I have a lot of fun with Spider-Man 3 personally. Despite the issues, I still have fun. The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, is great in my opinion, underrated I think. The second one, a lot of flaws, but there are certainly things in there that are awesome. Tom Holland trilogy, Homecoming, upon rewatch last night, I like it more than I initially did. I just like the kind of fun, vibe of things. A lot of people say it's like John Hughes films, like Breakfast Club, Weird Science, all these films, and yeah, it does have that sense. Far From Home, far from being a good film, no, it's a joke. It's okay, that one, yeah. And then No Way Home, literally just got finished watching this morning, just as I was about to leave, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, still a ton of fun. Obviously, just such a special film for, I'm guessing, all of us, just because of the experience. I'm guessing hopefully everyone, I mean, I know that me and Dusty have, because we went to watch it together a couple of times together. But in terms of 𝔚𝕚𝕝 and our guest, I don't know, but No Way Home is a lot of fun. So that's my quick skim through all those films. So I'm excited coming into Brand New Day. Seeing one trailer, I tried to ignore a lot of things because I don't want to be spoiled. But yeah, excited. Finally, Tom Holland is going to have a regular Spider-Man suit. The techie stuff, as much as how kind of cool that was, it was kind of like, I like the original Spider-Man suit. It's just simple, just web slinging, that's it. None of these 50 plus web slinging stuff and all techie Tony Stark shit. But I'm excited. Very intrigued by all the mystery stuff, like Sadie Sink's character, who a lot of people are saying she's going to be playing Jean Grey. I don't know if she is, but we will see. Yeah, not really much else to really say. I'm excited, hope it's good, and I'll pass it to whoever's going to be going next, so yeah.
Fucking hell, it's hot in here. Now, from my history with the Spider-Man films, I've not grew up watching the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films because obviously I was born in 2005, the year of Batman Begins and Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, goated films. But I do believe, from what I recall to memory, I did grow up watching the Amazing Spider-Man movie starring Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone. Fucking smash, next. Okay, and I don't think I've watched any of the Tom Holland Spider-Man films until, like, No Way Home, that one I saw in theaters, which, yes, it is a bit of a surprise.
Wait, your first Tom
You
Holland
can come and
No Way
try. come
You
try.
didn't see any Tom Holland movies before No Way Home?
No. I was a Star Wars fan during that time.
How? Sorry, no, continue.
This is going to be a very difficult video to do.
Continue.
I did watch all of the Home trilogy films before in preparation for this. Now I'm gonna be real honest with you all, and you're all gonna hate me for this. I'm not as big of a fan of Tom Holland's Spider-Man trilogy. I'm just not. Although I do find, although it is fun and enjoyable, I won't dismiss that. I did enjoy like Tom Holland's performance as Spider-Man. I thought he felt really well with the character. It's just some of the qualities of like the film trilogy is just what bothers me. Like Ollie said, Spider-Man being a very Tony Stark techie type of person. But then again, I'm not in charge of the MCU. I'm not Kevin Feige.
I'm gonna get sniped by Feige.
Oh,
You talk bad about his baby.
oh shit. Fucking red dot in my head. But I am like a fan more on Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, which, believe it or not, the second film, Spider-Man 2, is one of my personal favourite films of all time, and my favourite superhero film of all time, above The Dark Knight. I am going to give my balls and say that.
I don't want your
No,
balls.
I don't. But anyway, I'm a bit curious as to what this film's going to be like. I'm praying that this film would be a lot better than No Way Home. Because like, on my first viewing, obviously I was like, whoa, this is the best Spider-Man film ever! Oh, I'm gonna fucking watch this over and over again. I'm gonna put number one on my Letterboxd. Like, rewatching it again, I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. Like, they do have a lot of emotional moments here and there. Again, it's fun, like the previous two. I'm just praying that this one just doesn't screw it the fuck up. Because the Hulk's in this, the Punisher is in this, and I'm curious as to why they're in this movie or how we got here. And I hear that Jean Grey is officially confirmed in this film, which obviously is going to be like the beginning of like the mutant saga, which for Phase 7 I believe it is. I'm really interested in that though, to be fair. For those of you who don't know who Jean Grey is, like she's like one of the first X-Men to have ever been, the first era of the X-Men.
I think you just spoiled some of them.
Oh no. What did I do?
You said Jean Grey. Although I said that, didn't I? Well, I said might
You
be.
did.
I don't know.
So if anyone
I don't
should
know
be
though.
upset, it should be us with you, motherfucker.
I didn't know.
Can I
I
just
just
say
that's
nothing's confirmed?
rumours. Rumours, I said.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Sennan is definitely gonna kill me and behind the scenes after this.
Anyway,
Don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I didn't know. I didn't know that that you didn't know.
Just continue, bro.
Anyway, other than that, I just don't have that many thoughts from coming into this film, other than the fact that I'm just praying that it is going to be like genuinely good and better than like the previous, like the Home trilogy and all that. And for what I've seen, it does look like it's going to be like a normal Spider-Man film. Emphasis on the word normal, I suppose. That's all I pretty much have. On to someone else.
Alright, I'm Nathan. I'm an amazing guest here, and I've already watched this movie. I have to elaborate that. I have seen it. This is just for a fair review, if you will. And I've seen all the Tom Holland movies. I've seen all the Tobey Maguire. I've seen Andrew's. Seen everything. And I gotta say, they are all pretty good. My favorite probably being Andrew, but that's just because I grew up with that. Out of Tom's entire, like, I was gonna say trilogy, but there's another movie now. Out of all of his movies, I would say Homecoming I really did enjoy. For had some really fun moments. What was it? Far From Home. From Home I think is definitely the weakest. But it did set up the final movie, No Way Home, which was... It was okay. It's definitely, when you first watch it, it's like definitely hype because, you know, all Spider-Man there, all fun like that. But on a second watch, it just kind of dragged out a bit. And Far From Home definitely was just a setup movie. But this one, I ain't gonna say anything because the others ain't watched it, and I'm looking forward to giving it a fair review. That's all.
Hello. Oh god. I'm not eating those now. Hello. Today's a horrible day. I'm just thrown off balance completely. And I need to bleach my ears out for what the other one said. So, Spider-Man. To be honest, I didn't get into them till the 2020s. I wasn't really a mega fan of Spider-Man. I liked Spider-Man, you know. I met Tobey Maguire when I was younger, so that's great. Yes, I like Tobey Maguire. Pretty cool. Met him, I can't remember, but I met him. But I didn't even know about his films, so yeah. So I'm gonna rank Tobey Maguire films really quickly. Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2. I think 2's a bit boring. I think it just drags on. Nothing left except Spider-Man.
I have nothing left except Spider-Man.
And then Andrew Garfield ones. Those two just kind of feel like one film to me, so I'm not gonna rank them. They just feel like one film. Tom Holland ones. Now those ones I was more aware of growing up. Homecoming. I was gonna go watch it. Then my older sister was like, "No, it's bloody rubbish. I don't want you seeing that." I thought, oh. So I didn't get to go see it. And then Far From Home, I was like, "Oh, I want to watch it." And then life happened, so I didn't get a chance. So my first ever Spider-Man film was Far From Home. Obviously, I'd watched the previous films by then. So I'm gonna rank those ones. Number 1, Far From Home. I think that was a great time. I love Mysterio in it. Jake Gyllenhaal, he's great. No Way Home. Can't be it. I'd say, well, obviously you can. Far From Home. But other than that, Homecoming, right below it. I just think it's bland. It's boring. But there's always a standout character in all 3 of those who I'm excited to see in this new one. CEO of Sex. Ned.
The CEO of Sex. Come on.
I love him. He's great.
The CEO of sex.
Exactly. He is great in all 3 of those films. You know, anytime he's on screen, it's a good time. So I'm excited to see him in this new one. So, yeah. So before thoughts. Hopefully Ned's cool. Great. But finally, Spider-Man's relatable. Unemployed, living by himself, depressed. Oh, very relatable. So yeah, hopefully film good. That's how I'm off balance today. I don't know what's wrong with me. But roll the preview.
Hey, can we do this one at a time, please? Oh, cool. I love you, Spider-Man. Yeah, all right, buddy.
Spider-Man, brand new day. Rated PG-13. Get tickets now.
Okay, so we just got out of the cinema and Dusty had to leave because he had to get picked up. Now, on to my positives. I thought the editing was the best part of the film. I really loved how it just helped create the pacing. It didn't feel like it was trying to rush itself, and it didn't feel like it was like trying to go too fast or too slow. I thought it was really well executed, especially like during the scenes where like Peter Parker, especially like with his struggling with his like, I would say evolved, enhanced state, I suppose you could say. I thought that was really good. Cinematography, still absolutely beautiful to look at, and it helps to like make the film feel like a film instead of a generic superhero movie. I liked Spider-Man in this film, and Peter Parker in this film than I did like with the Home trilogy, to be honest. I thought he was much more flawed and actually did struggle with a lot of his home life. I do have a soft spot on the Punisher, Frank Castle. I thought he was very fun to watch. I really loved his interactions with Peter Parker and MJ. And I think I liked the ending. I thought it was very satisfying, and I even liked the first 10 opening minutes. I thought that was really fun. I thought it was well executed. The tone was very consistent as well. I liked that. Now onto my mixed. I'm very conflicted about the Hulk in this movie. Because I feel like that if you remove the Hulk from the movie, I don't think anything else would have changed. I feel like if you had any other like superhuman in this film, I think the film would have probably played out the same way, I suppose. Which is why I feel like the Hulk maybe could not have been in this film. Although that's a very hot take to have, to be honest, because many people love the Hulk. And he's been done dirty for like so many years. Especially with Smart Hulk. Fuck you, Russo brothers, for having done that. And I really felt bad for like Bruce Banner, the Hulk. Especially after he was like, he appeared in like another scene after his fight with Spider-Man. And then we never get to see him again. And then he's gone to prison. I'm like, oh, like, bruh. Could you not have treated the Hulk with much more respect? Come on. Treat my boy with respect. You are massacring my boy. And Jean Grey. Another mixed I have. I don't remember Jean Grey being this malicious other than like the Dark Phoenix saga. Like, I understand that they were trying to give her, like, very sympathetic angles. But if you're gonna do that, then maybe don't make her as malicious as you could have in this movie. Because I feel like she was just being very spiteful and cruel towards Peter. And I don't understand why. It rubs me the wrong way. And I don't think Scorpion had given us the promise that he would have given us, as that like he did in Homecoming, at the end credits of Homecoming. I feel like there could have been a bit more potential with him. Like perhaps he could have been one of the darker influences for Jean, maybe trying to convince her to commit much more malicious actions and to become like the worst version of herself, which Spider-Man in this film represents, like that anyone can be the best versions of themselves. I thought I'll call it side quest. The side quest between Peter Parker and MJ in this film, I thought that was a bit undercooked, to be honest. I feel like they could have done a bit more on that. Because there is a lot going on in this film than what many people might perceive it as. I don't think I have any negatives, to be honest. I feel like this film did a very decent job at what it did, what it was trying to do, and what direction it was trying to aim for. And I really did like how they handled the story. Screenplay was good. Now, I think as for my rating, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. It might be a bit surprising for many people, if I'm being totally honest. Especially for a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. So, 8 out of 10. Now, if I'm going to rank these films, Far From Home is definitely at the bottom. For reasons I'll probably explain in my Letterboxd. No Way Home is next, because I feel like that film was trying far too hard to rely on nostalgia and cameos to try and help strengthen the film and its weak premise of second chances. Homecoming's next, and then I think this film. I think this is the best Spider-Man film that Tom Holland has done thus far. That's all I got to say. On to you.
Okay, so after movie thoughts, even though I've already seen it, but we vibe and now I have a valid review of it. So, soundtrack, amazing, love it. Cinematography as well, mwah. Suit, I loved the suit. I love the fact that they made the web shooters chunky. That was like, I'm a chunky web shooter guy. I don't like my small like wristband web shooters. I like them big and chunky. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's honestly most of the positives. The movie is really good in my opinion. I enjoyed it a lot. There are definitely negatives, but I'll get into that. So let's move on to the mixed. Frank Punisher, I think, is a bit underused. I love me a bit of Punisher, but I feel like we could have done with a bit more Punisher-esque violence. Not, ultimate, like, everyone's dying stuff. But I do think we definitely needed a bit more of his, like, philosophy and Spider-Man's mixing a bit. Like, clashing against each other. Because they are very opposite. They are opposites. And they're both street level. So that's obviously why they were in there. but I do think it would have been nice to have more clash. There was a bit of clash, I would say, but that was mainly just like one-off lines, like Punisher saying, like, spoilers, is like, we should just kill Jean, and then Spider-Man's just like, no, that's bad, and then that's pretty much it. That's like all the clash they really had, I'm gonna be honest. So I would have liked more clashing between them. As a straight up negative, I would say flashbacks. I think there were too many flashbacks. I think it's not all the flashbacks were necessary. Some were, like when we get the flash of Peter and Aunt May talking, and then that's later like expanded upon when Jean enters his mind. That was good and that was necessary. That way Jean understood his character and all that. But it just kind of, there's other flashbacks that aren't really necessary, I think. Like when he's swinging and he has the flashbacks of MJ. We already know at that point he's sad. And when they just add the clips in, like, it just kind of feels like, being full to the brim. Yes, we understand he's sad. We don't need more. But yeah, the soundtrack and all that was in that scene. And on the subject of Hulk, that was definitely a setup. They're gonna probably add on to that afterwards. He was a bit underused, but I did enjoy the fight scene, and plus we got a clap, which I've been begging for, and so I'm glad we got that back. And we got Savage Hulk, which is peak. What else? End credit scene, not gonna lie, kind of underwhelming. That's also a setup. I feel like there are a lot of setups in this movie, which I get why they're doing it, because let's be honest, Doomsday and all that wasn't really planned, so they're gonna have to set up a lot of things that will then be explained in those movies. But it just kind of feel like the post-credits was very, very far after, just for a few second clips, setting up that, yeah, I think it's going to be Battle-Worlds, which would make sense because randomly appear in the middle of space. Yeah, that's mostly my thoughts. I'm not gonna lie. If I could give this a score, I would honestly give it probably about like I'll give it a 9 then. Yeah, 9 seems fair. Because there's not really that many quarries that I have with it. And yeah, that's mostly it.
Ranking Tom Holland's films now, the 4
Okay,
films.
okay. I gotta have Far From Home. Oh wait, yeah, Far From Home. That's the second one, right? Yeah. Far From Home. That is my least favorite. I like how they did Mysterio, and it set up obviously No Way Home, but it's definitely the weakest out of all of them. As much as this pains me to say, after watching the other movies, I gotta put No Way Home. It's sounding a lot like you now, but No Way Home, yeah, that is. It is on second watch mostly nostalgia. It's still a good movie, and if you haven't got much to do, you can just put it on and watch it. But compared to the other movies, bit of a weaker story, if I'm honest. And not, it is memorable, but it's not as impactful. After that, we got Homecoming. I love that movie. First Tom Holland movie, obviously. Suit's good, all that, and yeah, good movie. And then after that, yeah, I'd put this one, Brand New Day. Really good movie, really good soundtrack, really good suit. Like I said, all I really think they need to do to improve the movie, less flashbacks. Yeah, that's my ranking. Far From Home, No Way Home, Homecoming, and Brand New Day. Pretty good. Yeah, that's all.
Hello, sorry for the lighting. Just want to say, solid film. Very good. It went on much longer than I thought, where you think, oh, okay, we're getting to the end. We just weren't. Positives, solid film. As I said, great film. Action was great. Frank Castle was great. The Hulk was great. That was a great fight. The fights are great. No complaints there. Yeah, solid story. Yeah, I can't deny that. I do wish we had a bit more, like maybe 1 or 2 more films where Peter's a little more depressed and miserable, and also yeah, I don't know, to be honest. There's a bit like halfway through the film where I was just a bit like, you know, it's like, it's alright, you know, but then an action scene would happen and I was just like, whoa. Especially the Hulk one. The Hulk one was great. Also the Punisher, he was great. Frank Castle, he was great. I loved him. I loved seeing him in the film and I wanted to see more, and that was great. Personally, I think No Way Home was better. I think the story was more interesting. I think if we're going on vibes, not amazing. Good film though, as I said, good film. But if I had to rank them, I would say No Way Home, Far From Home, Brand New Day, Homecoming. So I give it a 3.5 stars, which is, I guess, is like 7. So yeah, good film though. I do recommend it. It's very good, but it's very heavy on the emotional side, and I did like it. I did like that stuff, but I didn't quite like the direction. I wish they focused more on the ground with the Punisher and Scorpion. I like the inclusion of the Hulk. I did like that. I just did not care for the Jean Grey stuff. I have never heard of this character before this film, but I'm not fussed by her whatsoever. I liked the Hulk, I liked Punisher, and I liked Spidey, and I liked Ned, and I liked MJ. I liked that in the film, and I liked the Scorpion. And I liked how, you know, Peter's body was changing, and, you know, he had to deal with that. And I wish they focused more on that instead of Jean Grey. So I didn't like the villain. I wish it was someone else, someone grounded, like the Tombstone. They showed I'm sorry, spoilers. They showed the Tombstone. Why couldn't we focus on the Tombstone? That'd be great with the Punisher. And anyway, that's my thoughts. 7 or 6.5, 3.5 stars, whatever it is. Ollie, you know what I'm on about. So yeah.
Right, I had to let these guys talk because usually most of the time I go first, and sometimes my words are very few far in between, so I needed some help with some pointers of like what to really say, because obviously I know that Nathan doesn't really know this, but I'm not that, even though I love doing these out of the cinema reviews, I'm not very good at trying to solidify my thoughts initially, but obviously once they sit, it's fine. But having that being said, I really had a good time with this. So positives, cinematography, probably the best looking one out of all of Tom Holland's films. I got to point out Destin Daniel Cretton, who directed this film. He also directed Shang-Chi, which I did like that film, but I think I like this better just because it's Spider-Man and I love Spider-Man. But you did a really good job at directing this, visually especially, like the web slinging scenes, like the things in the air. Like, I think this is the most Spider-Man, it's weirdly to say that, the most Spider-Man-esque film out of at least all of Tom Holland's films. Just I love the city landscape. It ain't Far From Home where it's just in all different countries. It's stuck into New York City, or should I say Glasgow, because it was actually shot in Glasgow in Scotland. But yeah, a very convincing job shooting it there and making it look like New York. Obviously they do that in post. So all the cinematography is great, editing is good as well, performance is really good as well. I think this is definitely Tom Holland at his best as Spider-Man, I think, and Peter Parker. Now, Punisher, I haven't watched the Punisher show, but this film, having seen Punisher, I keep forgetting his actual name because I don't really know him.
Frank Castle.
But this film is making me actually gravitate wanting to watch the show. Not the reason why I haven't watched the show is not because it's not interesting. It's just that I'm not very good with shows and committing to time and everything. But now that I have more free time now because it's the holidays, I might commit to watching the show, as well as Daredevil, because I know that he's in the Daredevil show, at least the new one. So I would definitely, having now seen him in something, because I hadn't seen him in anything else prior to this film, I definitely would gravitate to watching his show on Disney Plus, which I think is on there. Now the Hulk, Bruce Banner, which, aside from the Avengers, the first Avengers, I'm not really a fan of him really. Like, nothing against Mark Ruffalo himself as a person. It's just that, I don't know, especially what NerdTube said, that the way they made him in, especially Endgame with Smart Hulk, is just unfathomable. I like Edward Norton's Hulk from The Incredible Hulk. I just love his fierceness, because he is the Hulk in that film, and I think they did a good job at bringing the Hulk back in this film. Interesting to see that Nathan has said that this could be a setup to later films that he will appear in as, hopefully, again, the fierce Hulk that we love and know. Jean Grey, Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, which that was a lot of people's fan theories. That's the word I was meant to say. And I will come right up front. I feel like you guys are giving me shade, but I've not seen at least one of them in years, any of the X-Men films, so I'm not very familiar with Jean or really any of the other X-Men characters. So if I do watch Doomsday, then I will probably have to do my homework and go back and watch the X-Men films to get a better understanding of those characters, because I know that Ian McKellen's back as Magneto. I know that obviously Sir Patrick Stewart is back, as well as why am I blanking on his name? Professor Xavier. So yeah, that's what I need to do in preparation for Doomsday, because inevitably we are probably going to be watching that as well, despite some concerns watching it, going into it. But I don't really have any glaring negatives really for watching this. I think the only thing is that because I haven't seen, I don't know if it's really the film's fault, but in terms of my knowledge on the characters that I didn't really know about coming into this, like Punisher, Jean Grey, obviously this is our first time seeing Jean Grey in the MCU, but I'm just saying those characters I've never seen before, so it's probably more of a me thing, so I'll probably put it as a mixed aspect. I can't really think of anything else on the top of my head that I didn't really like. I think I pretty much pointed out everything that I did like. Not really much else to really say. So my rating, probably an 8 out of 10. 4-star. Yeah, I had a good time. Now regarding my ranking of all 4 Tom Holland films, my least favourite, like you two, Far From Home. It's not an awful film, but personally with Mysterio, I won't go into too much detail because obviously this is the review. I think the whole projectors and everything like that kind of got a bit of out of hand for me. Like, just got a bit too much for me personally. Like, I liked the growing relationship between Peter and MJ. I think that was really cool. One of the best parts of that film, and also with Ned as well. Then I would say, what's next? Okay, then I would probably say Homecoming. Definitely like it more since rewatching it last night. Number 3, no, sorry, it's 2. No Way Home is my second favourite. It's just a lot of fun watching it, getting to see Toby and Andrew again after several years. Obviously, I've seen the film before, but I'm just saying, in hindsight, for their other films, it was great to see them back. Yes, that's my number 2, which means Brand New Day is my favourite. I just think, again, for all the reasons that I've stated earlier, I just think it's the most Spider-Man film that I've seen, and I think it's really good. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, that's my Tom Holland film ranking. I'm planning, I can't guarantee it, but I'm planning on doing a ranking of all the ones with Toby, Andrew and Tom, so maybe watch out for that soon. Again, can't guarantee it, but I'd like to try and get that out as soon as possible. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I don't know when Dusty's going to do his thoughts, whether it's going to be he's going to do first, because that was our initial, because before the film started I was like, oh, you're going to go first because he might be rushing, but obviously he's now gone, so might slot his thoughts in at the beginning, might be after me now, I don't know, in between these guys, I don't know. So until he sends his thoughts on Instagram, because he'll DM me his footage of his thoughts. But whatever the case is, that's our review for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So that's it. So I think we'll let ℕ𝕤𝕗 do the outro, because why not?
Right, that is all our thoughts for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any films that you would like to suggest to us, do not be afraid to comment down below. And yeah, just if you want to suggest us anything, just bring it up. We're more than willing to have a look. Or Ollie is the CEO is willing to have a look.
Go and tell us something. Go and tell us something.
Alright, I think that's all. So until next time, till our next review, sayonara.
Goodbye.
So long.